biggest bang for your buck, number one, is vitamin D. There's just this tremendous body of evidence that shows that vitamin D is an immune system regulator. So what I mean by that is it keeps your immune system in balance. And what makes vitamin D different from all these other vitamins is it's converted through a bunch of enzymatic steps in your body to an active hormone. And that hormone has a multitude of effects on your body and can affect up to 5% of the genes in your body and how they're expressed. One of the things I learned in my research here is that 70% of the United States population of over 300 million people has insufficient vitamin D levels. And you need to have your vitamin D level checked. Vitamin D is one of these things where you can get too much of it. So, talk to your doctor and get your levels checked before you go ahead and take huge doses. Everybody knows vitamin C is good for colds, right? And there's a large body of evidence that shows that vitamin C doesn't necessarily prevent you from catching a cold, but it decreases the duration and the severity. Exactly the same. Vitamin D might actually prevent you from getting viral illnesses, but if you do get it, it absolutely lessens the severity. With vitamin C, there's not a lot of great evidence to say that you won't get it, but definitely lessens the severity. We all have heard that zinc helps with colds and flus, right? And how does zinc work? Well, zinc basically blocks the enzyme that viruses require to hijack your intracellular machinery. So viruses get into your cell, and what they do is they just basically take over the functions within the cell that make genes and proteins and things like that. It's called RNA polymerase. There's a problem with zinc, though. It's a positively charged ion, and it's very difficult to get it into the cell. Without it being intracellular inside the cells, it does very little for you. Take zinc in combination with another supplement that creates a pore, or what's called an ionophore, which basically allows the zinc to be brought from the outside of the cell, the extracellular environment, to the inside of the cell, the intracellular environment, where it has its function against viruses. Quercetin is a very, very good antioxidant and also a zinc ionophore. So it can get the zinc from the outside to the inside. Also, I got to say that zinc is one of these things where you can take too much of it, and it can actually negatively affect your ability to hold on to copper. So you don't want to overdo the zinc. Back to quercetin real quick. It's found in a lot of foods like onions and capers and red wine. But having a supplement with quercetin and bromelain gets much higher levels in your blood. So, and again, it's a powerful antioxidant, has other health benefits as well. Number 5 is N-acetylcysteine, otherwise known as NAC or NAC. Again, it's a powerful antioxidant. It's the medicine we use for Tylenol overdoses because it helps the liver deal with toxic load by helping reduce an enzyme called glutathione. There was a study in 1997, like a really big study, that showed that NAC supplementation over several months in two groups, or one group had it, one group didn't have it, decreased severity of flu, the standard flu. So by about 50%. So it didn't decrease the likelihood of you getting the flu, but if you did get the flu, your symptoms were half as bad, and the length of the flu is about half as long. And that study comes up over and over again. Again, all of these things, they have other health benefits besides COVID, so there's really not a lot of downside here.